Sult. Who's on?
Terry Sult. Thank you.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much for this great turnout. I was talking to Councilman Collins here when we walked in. If we could get every community, every neighborhood in Sandy Springs to have the communication network that you guys do, we would put one heck of a dent in crime, and that's a fact. The information exchanges that you have going on are just dramatic, and it really helps us in our work, and you're going to hear a little bit more about that as we go forward. You're going to hear a couple of little things. You're going to get a brief from the lieutenant that's responsible for this area. You're going to hear from detectives who have made some pretty good arrests in the last few days in regards to this. You'll hear a little bit on crime stats and where our concerns are coming from. But all in all, you'll also hear about some new communication tools that are out there for you.
My name is Lieutenant Scott Jamison. I am the Sandy Springs Police Department South District Commander. I'm responsible for everything in the South District. We run 4 watches, 2-day watches, 2 evening watches that rotate for 12 hours each. There's 26 total officers, patrol officers in the South District. You've probably seen quite a few of them in your neighborhoods lately. Straight to the point, like Councilmember McInerney said. The reason we're here tonight is we've had an increase in burglaries in the South District. Originally it was confined to the southwest corner, which was west of Roswell and south of 285, Northside Drive, Powers Ferry, Mount Perrin, this sort of thing. It has migrated to the east side of Roswell Road, and total we've gotten in August, June 1st through present, we are at, for 2010, we're at 74. Now, the numbers we can give you, you need to understand, in 2009 we were at 78. That was, those burglary numbers were spread out over that time period. The reason it's a big issue right now is for this time period, the time frame is compressed quite a bit. For the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've been getting multiple burglaries on each individual day. I'm going to turn it over to Lieutenant Zgonc, who's commander of the Detective Division, to talk about an arrest that we made the other night. Like Chief Sult said, that it's refreshing to see this kind of a turnout because you are our eyes and ears out there on the street looking for these people. The majority of what we've experienced in this time period where the burglaries have occurred are typically 1 to 2 suspects. They'll drive a car. What they'll do is they'll approach the house, case the area first, find the house that's kind of sitting back off the street or just below street level, difficult to see. Get out, ring the doorbell. May or may not make contact with somebody. If they do, they just leave. If they don't, what they'll typically do is go behind the house, kick the door in, grab whatever they can, be it pocketbooks, laptop computers. They can make it upstairs to the bedroom, a jewelry box, anything that's laying in plain view. If there are the second suspect, they'll usually pick up the cell phone and say, hey, we're done. Gal pull up in the driveway, they hop in the car, and they're leaving. 4 or 5 minutes tops, okay? Also going to introduce Officer Tim Burell. Tim is one of my community officers. He's going to talk to you a little while about how to prevent crime in your house, how to safeguard your house, how to safeguard your belongings, how to reinforce doors, and this sort of thing. Lieutenant Zgonc is going to talk to you for a few minutes about the arrest that they made the other night.
Arrests that we made Monday evening on some burglary suspects that we had going around, not only in Sandy Springs, but also we suspect in parts of North Atlanta as well. In partnership with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office Burglary Task Force, and I'll just go into that in just a minute, they had a group of people under surveillance for a number of weeks now. And these people that they had under surveillance are known burglary suspects. And we have, one of them's been arrested recently in the past as well. He was out on bond. The cut to the chase on the story is that these guys came down to the south end of the city Rebel Trail, Northside Drive, that area. When they came into the city Monday night, we had some members of the burglary task force that were surveilling these folks. They contacted us. We set up some patrol officers in the area, made a traffic stop on these guys, and essentially caught them in the act of leaving the scene of a burglary. And we arrested 3 people. We arrested 3 folks. They are all still in Fulton County Jail at this point. As of last night, none of them had been able to make bond yet, so we expect them to all be there for the foreseeable future, hopefully. And we did recover some property for the homeowner that night. We also recovered some property from another burglary that was on Northside Drive. Now, these arrests are only the beginning point. I mean, our work is not done. And when I say our work, police department, all of y'all, all of our partnerships and everything that we're working together to accomplish is not done. But it's certainly a start. And I know that we have our crime prevention folks here that are going to go over some things for y'all and some information. One of the things that I wanted to pass along to y'all was that we have received some good information from the neighborhood and some folks that have seen some things in the past. One thing that I would like to encourage everyone to do, and I'm sure you'll hear this a couple of times tonight, if you see something in your neighborhood that's out of the ordinary, call 911. We would rather come out and check it out and it be nothing as opposed to finding out 2 or 3 days later that you actually talked to a burglary perpetrator, a burglary suspect, and we weren't able to come out and look for the person. So if something's out of the ordinary, call 911. It's not going to hurt anything. You don't have to call 911 on the neighbor selling Girl Scout cookies, but you can use a little bit of common sense on that. But we have had some incidences where people have they're not sure whether or not they should call 911. Go ahead and call us. Let us come out and check it out. We'd be more than happy to do that. And I'm not sure who's next on our agenda.
I'm Burell. I'm one of the community officers. I work in this area. I work with a lot of the homeowner associations, and I work up a lot of neighborhood watches. Tonight I'm just going to kind of briefly go over some of the stuff that kind of help you protect your homes, kind of stuff that's out there. Like Lieutenant Zgonc said, if you see somebody in your neighborhood, you know who's in your neighborhood, you know who belongs, call 911. Don't sit there and say, well, I don't want to bother those guys. You know what? Bother me. That's what you pay me to do. Bother me. Call 911. I don't care. I will come out there. These officers will come out there. They'll do their job. I'd rather come out there and check somebody and they're okay than come out there and check somebody and we call a burglar. That's what we want to do. But you guys help us. Real quick story. The other day I was working in plain clothes. I was in an unmarked car in a neighborhood, and this lady who lives in the neighborhood followed me around and called 911. That was great. I finally stopped her and said, I'm the police. She loved it. You know what? She did her job. She did what she was wanted to do. You should be more proud of your neighborhood. Be proud of your homes. Real quick, I'm not selling this. I'm just showing you some of the items that we can help protect your homes. This is what we call a strike force. That's the whole size of it. That fits down into your door jamb. That is a hard item to kick your door open. That's what this does here. It goes into your door jamb. It's hard to kick the door open. That's some of the items out here. Like I said, I'm just trying to show you some of the items. If you want to see more of this, you can go to asafehome.net. asafehome.net. asafehome.net, and you can see the demonstrations on this. Very good item to put in your doors. Ladies and gentlemen, who has alarms in here? Great. Do you use them? Do they work?
Yes.
Great. Check them. I tell everybody, check your alarms every 3 months. Do a test on the alarm. Call the alarm people, test the alarm, make sure that alarm is working. Call them, say, hey, I want to do it in a test mode, open all the doors, windows, everything, sets that alarm off. Test it. Whatever, then call them back and say, hey, what alarms did you get? Okay, they got this and this and this. Okay, if it did not work, say, come out here and fix it. come out here and fix it. Then a couple of weeks later, don't call them. Activate your alarm, see how long it takes them to call you. Test your alarm, make sure it's working, make sure the company that you're paying this money to is doing their job. Just make sure everything's up to date on your alarm systems. Keep them on all the time, even when you're home. Keep your alarms on. Watch what you know, when you go out, unactivate, go outside, do what you got. When you come back in, turn the alarm on. Also, car keys. Everybody has a car alarm. Everybody has one of these right here. This is a secondary alarm. At night, if your car's outside and all of a sudden you hear something at night, hit your panic button on that car alarm. Set your car alarm off. Why? Because that's going to wake your neighbor up. It's going to wake everybody. Why is my neighbor's alarm going off? Now I want to see why. That brings more eyes out to your neighbors or your house looking, say, in case someone's around. This is a great idea to use. All you do is set it off and your horn starts blowing. You want to make attention to your home. So those are great ideas. Locks on your windows. Make sure you have locks on all your windows, all your doors. Make sure everything's working. I can't stress how much we call 911. Real quick, also, when people come to your house, this is one thing. A lot of these guys will come to your house and pose as a salesman or something like that. If you're at home, walk up to the door, phone in hand, and say, "Can I help you?" Don't open that door. Repeat, do not open that door, but you have that cell phone in hand. "No, I didn't order this. No, I don't want any of this." Then you get a good look at that person, you call us, we're going to check that person out. So on solicitation, do not, if you have ordered a package or anything, they got a package in their hand, don't open that door. This is what these guys are doing. They're pretending, to have packages, and they're open, as soon as they get there and they don't see no one there, they kick their order. I want them to see you, and I want them to see that phone in hand, and I want you to be down 911. Here again, make us come out there, and let's look at what's going on. Also, I'm going to tell you, I will come out to your house. I'll give your house a security briefing. I'll look over. All you got to do is send me an email. My email address is timothy.burell. That is Burell at SandySpringsGA.org. Timothy.burell at SandySpringsGA.org. Send me an email, and I'll be glad to come out to your homes. I'll be glad to look it over. I'll look at your bushes. If you want to make sure your bushes are down low enough so you can see coming outside your house. Your outside lights, ladies and gentlemen, dusk to dawn. Dusk to dawn, outside lights on. I want it to like Fort Knox around there when you light it up. The reason why, because people don't want to be seen when they're coming into homes and stuff. So have all your lights on outside, please. Keep it bright. Keep your trees nice and trim. Keep your bushes nice and trim. And please keep those alarms working. Your doors, like I said, on your doors, make sure you can reinforce all your doors. This will not work on French doors. This will not work on any kind of French door. The door has to be solid. But stuff like this kind of works. You can buy door jams, go on your doors. Those are kind of a little safe. I know kind of keep it brief, but those are the kind of items you can help keep your house safe. If you go out of town, please do not stop your mail. I bet you're all just going to drop dead. Do not stop your mail. Do not stop your paper. The reason why is if all of a sudden someone's watching and all of a sudden the mailman goes to your house that day, the next 2 days they go past it, something's up. Someone could be watching. They will be looking for this, I guarantee it. They'll be looking. They'll be putting stuff on your mailboxes too. They will tag your mailbox with a briefing and see if you're picking them up. So if you see stuff like that, take it off. Your papers in your driveways, take them up, pick them up for me. If you go out of town, you can go to our website, Sandy Springs website. We have a website we can go to and let us know you're going to be out of town, your home checks, and we will come by and check your homes for you. So I can't guarantee we'll be there, 5 times a night, but we will be there. So please do that. It's the only thing I can think of right now. But again, I'm here for you. Timothy.burell at SandySpringsGA.org. I'll come to your house. It will not cost you a dime. I'll look over your house. And I'll make suggestions. I will not tell you what to do, but I will make suggestions where you need to add lighting and stuff like that. Okay?